Hello everyone, this is Aaron from Sound Resolution, and we are playing Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Zombies here in town, just regular survival. And this was suggested by somebody from a comment of a previous video, so I think it's a really good idea. I do multiplayer videos here, and that would include co-op as well. So, Call of Duty Zombies has seen an interesting progression from World at War to Black Ops 2. World at War, they put it in as sort of just kind of a fun add-on, and it really caught on with the community, and so they sort of were forced to focus on it, and I don't think it was ever really in their plans that it would ever be this big, which is kind of cool to see. And you know, I hope it sort of encourages you know, developers. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be exactly the way you planned it for something to turn out well, so I think that was pretty cool to see as a whole. But when comparing Black Ops 2 to World at War Zombies, in Black Ops 2, there's they came out with Green Run, and that was sort of where you ride around a bus and you sort of go out and you kind of do a ton of lore kind of things, actually. And it was something I found really interesting that they did that. Like, I'm still sort of confused why they did that, because even in Black Ops 1, most people didn't do the Easter eggs. Most people played the game. Like, you can go on YouTube videos and look at people who did the Easter eggs. It's a fairly small portion of the community, so I was really surprised that when this game came out, they sort of made that very similar to that. And so I actually kind of question if, you know, maybe they just enjoy doing all that sort of lore hunting around stuff, and not necessarily as much on the zombie survival side. So that was sort of interesting. At least they enjoyed making it more than we enjoy playing it. Or I should say majority of people, because some people really do enjoy the Easter eggs and, you know, going out to find stuff and the like. And wow, I forgot those things explode. That's unfortunate. This guy's got to be careful. Alright, he's good. In World at War, there was one map called Nocturne Toten. That was the beginning map. And it was a really, really fun map, actually, and it had like an interesting blend of, you couldn't just stay completely still, but it was best to stick into one area. And so, as the maps have gotten bigger and bigger, it seems like the game has been more easily, like Shino Numa in World at War, the map pack, where you could run around a lot, and that was really, really unfair, because you could literally go on for, it felt like infinity, and it was just by chance of whether you got max ammo or not, you know, whether you could beat it. And so people were on like rounds 150 and things like that, and it sort of really took the fun out of the game, in my opinion. And so they kind of solved it in this game. It's not, I mean, you could technically go on for as long as possible in this game, but they made it much harder to do so. Where Shino Numa, it was extremely easy to sort of get to that point. So, alright, let's get a weapon here. Wow, that was okay. Ballistic knife. There you go. Try again. Alright, let's see how this happens. Come on, give me something good, game. That's actually pretty good. I'll take it. Alright, so that's sort of my thoughts on the comparisons of World at War to Black Ops 2. But as I said, a lot of people just enjoy the zombie killing part and not necessarily the default mode in this one, which is where you run around. And there's even more people actually playing Town than Green Run in this game, which I think just shows that people really aren't that interested in the, you know, running around trying to find a ton of Easter eggs and find crazy weird stuff. And you know, I sort of hope the developers see that and they sort of focus more on the gameplay mechanics of the zombies than and the weapons and all the stuff that you can get, instead of the all these things about making a map where it's hard to find things and, you know, you got to hit certain buttons and stuff. Because I think I don't say it's a waste of time, but I don't think it's where their effort is best placed. So I hope that in the future we see zombies sort of take that route. And I don't mind that there's some Easter eggs and stuff for people, but I think just making it the complete focus of the game sort of hurts zombies in general, because I don't play zombies anywhere near as much as I used to. It was something that when I was living overseas, it was something that my friends and I played a lot of, because it was just, you know, it was entertaining, it was fun, it was intense, and really I think it loses a lot of its intensity with how wide open a lot of these maps are, and that was something that made Nocturne and Toten, I think, really a better map than almost any other zombie map, was that it was really, really tight. So it's kind of funny because it's sort of how the multiplayer's gone, but the zombies has gone in the opposite direction, which I would almost like to see that go the opposite directions in both cases. And so one of the tactics that I think has ruined sort of zombies is the idea of training the zombies, and you just gather them all up and then you shoot them so that you can maximize your bullets, which I think is a cool idea. Like, it's a smart idea for how the game is made. I just wish they made the game so that it didn't feel like you were doing that, because it's such a monotonous and repetitive sort of mechanic, sort of. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's just, it's very mind-numbing, I guess would be the best way to say it. So the tactic I was talking about on where people use it on Shinonuma is the idea of training, and like train as in like a train that moves, not like training, but like learning something. But anyways, it's the idea that you gather a ton of zombies together and you line them all up so that you can maximize the amount of damage each bullet is doing. So to maximize ammo, it's a great idea. It's very smart. Like, I don't mind people do it. I just wish they made the game so that it wasn't forced later on, because once you get to that point, the game becomes very, it's not intense, it's very not interesting, in my opinion. It's really boring in a lot of ways, and it's just monotonous and repetitive, and I would like to see them change that, and they're going to have to make it so that the zombies, the only way to really fix that is either change the map design so that it's not as wide open, or change the fact that zombies can catch up. Like, there are certain zombies potentially that can catch up to you faster than you can run, but also that poses its problems, because that would be very frustrating at an early on level, so they'd have to figure out how to do that. I also don't like the fact that Black Ops 2 zombies, it's so dependent on the power-ups you get. That's sort of what makes or breaks the fact that you have success, and so I really dislike that. It's very, very luck-based. And I'd like to see it go back to maybe where max ammo is just a benefit, and there's like a better but maybe a difficult way of getting ammo, or, you know, insta-kill isn't maybe as strong. It like maybe cuts zombies and like health in half or something, because it seems like a lot of these power-ups seem to really, it decides whether or not you're gonna live or die, which it's sort of exciting when you get one, but at the same time, when you don't get one for a long period of time, it makes the game very difficult as you progress through the map. Something I really do enjoy about the Black Ops 2 maps, though, is they are trying to make them bigger. I just, as I was saying with the other point, I just wish they weren't as wide open, like this area, because it's too easy to train the zombies. Something I have enjoyed, though, in the Black Ops 2 zombie design is the fact that they have decided to sort of make the maps bigger and sort of a little bit more intricate, and I don't mind if you make the maps so that they're sort of intertwined with each other on the other side of the map, so you kind of have to have this, sort of what Green Run tried to do, and make it so that you had to go across the map to activate certain things. But at the same time, some of the things were too hard to get. Like Pack-a-Punch is it's very difficult to get with a group of players that maybe you don't know, like I am playing with here. Although Pack-a-Punch is right here on Town. But in Green Run, it's just very difficult to get. So I'd like to see that change, and also something that bugs me about this map. I've just got to pick this out. I don't get why they do this personally. I don't think it really adds much to the game. It's just annoying. But you know, whatever. That's fine. And not to rip off of Left 4 Dead or anything, but I also believe that they would be served better to also kind of create different kinds of zombies, because going against the same zombies over and over again and knowing their AI, knowing their properties every single time is actually sort of, it's not exciting. It doesn't add variety to the gameplay, which I think it needs more of at this point, because it's been the same for the last 5 years, and I don't think anybody really plays zombies as much as they used to personally. Like, everybody I know doesn't. I remember in World at War, it was like zombies is kind of the thing to do. Like, you saw people doing it really half the time, half multiplayer, half zombies, and I thought that was really cool, and you don't see that at all in Black Ops 2. And to be honest, I don't think it's because the multiplayer is way better than it was in World at War. I actually think it's mostly because of just the zombies. Everybody's kind of played it already and they understand how it works, and so I do think it's in need of a major tune-up and major change. But I still think it provides you with the classic zombies experience of World at War. You know, if you haven't played in a while, even if you're not a huge Call of Duty fan, you have a Call of Duty game that has zombies in it, I recommend playing it. It's fun. It's get a few friends together, and it's still a great experience. But I hope to see it change more in the future, and hopefully this round ends well. We shall see. Well, and there you go. We just got wiped out, but that's all right. All in all, I'd say the thing that I'd like to leave off with on Call of Duty Zombies is I still think it's a very, very good multiplayer experience. It's still one of the most exceptional co-op experiences online on the consoles, and I think it's already so great, and the fact that pretty much most people already have Call of Duty, it's almost like an added bonus. So I would just like to see better AI, and I'd like to see maybe less of a focus on the luck factor. But other than that, I still think it's an exceptional sort of experience that you can share with your friends. So thanks guys for watching. This is Aaron from Sound Resolution. If you guys enjoyed what I had to say, I really appreciate it. Subscribe, like, comment, dislike if you didn't like the video, whatever it may be. So I hope to see you guys next time watching my next video as we delve more into multiplayer aspects in video games.